നോക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് മാഡം റൈഡ്സ് എ ബസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ചാപ്റ്ററിൻ്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസും ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസും ആണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, വാട്ട് വാസ് വലീസ് ഫേവറേറ്റ് പാസ് ടൈം? വലീസ് ഫേവറേറ്റ് പാസ് ടൈം വാസ് സ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് ഇൻ ദ ഫ്രണ്ട് ഡോർ വേ of her house and looking at the street outside. Question 2, what was the source of an unending joy for Wali? What was her strongest desire? The sight of the bus that travelled between her village and the nearest town, filled each time with a new set of passengers, was a source of unending joy for Wali. Her strongest desire was to ride the bus. Question 3, what did Wali find out about the bus journey? How did she find these details? Wali found out that the bus journey to the town took 45 minutes and the one-way fare costed 30 paisa. She listened carefully to the conversations between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus and asked a few discreet questions here and there. This way she picked up various small details about the bus journey. Question 4. What do you think Wali was planning to do? Wali was planning to go to the town and then return back by the same bus. The fare was 30 paise on the way and the ride took 45 minutes in this way. She planned that she would be back by 2:45 p.m. if she took the bus at 1 p.m. Page number 122, question number 1. Why does the conductor call Wali madam? The conductor called Wali madam because she behaved like a woman. She declined his help and was very quick in her answers to the conductor's question. This made the conductor call her madam. Second question, why does Wali stand up on the seat? Or what does she see now? Wali wanted to look outside the bus. She found her view blocked by the canvas blind that covered the lower part of the window. In order to have a better view, she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. She saw the canal, palm trees, grassland, mountains, green fields and the sky. Question 3. What does Wali tell the elderly man when he calls her a child? Wali replied that there was nobody in the bus who was a child. She told her that she had paid her fare of 30 paise like. Question 4. Why didn't Wali want to make friends with the elderly woman? Wali did not want to make friends with the elderly woman because she looked quiet and repulsive. She had big ear holes and was wearing ugly earrings. Apart from this, she was chewing betel and her mouth was also filled with betel juice. At the page number 125, question number 1. How did Wali save money for her first journey? Was it easy for her? Wali had very painstakingly saved every stray coins that came her way by resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, etc. It had been very difficult for her. Even at the village fair, she resisted the temptation to be on the merry-go-round. Thus, she had been able to save 60 paise for her first bus journey. Question 2. What did Wali seize on her way that made her laugh? Wali saw a young cow, tail high in the air, running very fast right in the middle of the road in front of the bus. The driver sounded his horn again and again so that the cow moves away. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became and faster it galloped. This all seemed very funny to Wali, and she laughed and laughed till there were tears in her eyes. Question 3. Why didn't she get off the bus at that bus station? Wali had planned that she only wanted to ride on that bus. She would spend 30 paise on her fare, go to the town and then come back by the same bus before her mother woke up. She didn't want time or money to go to see the town. Question 4. Why didn't Wali want to go to the stall to have a drink? What does this tell you about her? Wali had saved only 60 paise for the trip. She didn't want to waste any money as she had to come back by the same bus at any cost. So when the conductor suggested her to get down and have a drink, she refused. He offered bring one for her, but she still refused. This is that she was a well-mannered girl. At the page number 127, like question number 1. What was Vali's deepest desire? Find the words and phrases in the story that tell you this. Vali's deepest desire was to go on a bus ride. The words and phrases in the story that tell this are source of unending joy, stare wistfully, and kindle in her longings, dreams, and hopes. Question 2. How did Vali plan her bus ride? What did she find about the bus, and how did she save up the fare? Over many days and months, Vali listened carefully to the conversation between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus and asked a few discreet questions here and there. She came to know that the town was 6 miles from her village. The bus fare was 30 paise and the bus trip took 45 minutes. She also thought that if she stayed in the bus and came back by the same bus, it would only cost her 60 paise. She painstakingly saved each and every penny she got, resisting all temptation to buy peppermints, toys, etc., and even a ride on the merry-go-round at the village annual fair so as to save 60 paise. It was a secret trip which she had planned without the knowledge of her parents. At the question 3, what kind of person is Vali? To answer this question, pick out the following sentences from the text and fill in the blanks. The words you fill in are the clues to your answer. Vali was a confident girl who did not think that her age was a limitation to her traveling alone to the town. She considered herself as a grown up and acted like one. Question 4. Why does the conductor refers to Vali as madam? The conductor called Vali as madam as she behaved like a grown-up and did not think that she was a child. She also refused to help and told him that she can manage on her own. Question 5. Find out the lines in the text which tells you that Vali is enjoying her ride on the bus. Vali thoroughly enjoyed her ride in the bus. The following lines from the text tell us about it. She saw many things on her way: a canal, palm trees, grasslands, distant mountains. Oh, it was all so wonderful. That's what she felt. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. Somehow it passed smoothly, leaving all obstacles behind, and then she saw a cow running very fast in front of bus. This all seemed very funny to Ali, and she laughed and laughed till the tears flowed from her eyes. Question 6. Why does Vali refuse to look out of the window on her way back? Vali refused to look out of the window on her way back as she saw the dead body of the cow who was running towards the bus when she was going to town. This made her sad and frightened. Question 7. What does Vali means when she says, I was just agreeing with you what you said about things happening without our knowledge? While making this statement, Vali was trying to hide the fact about her bus ride. She was also feeling elated at making a successful attempt at her plan. Question 8. The author describes the things that Vali sees from an 8-year-old point of view. Can you find evidence from the text or his statement? Yes, for example, when the author says she was fascinated by the bus and watching the bus filled with a new set of people each time was a source of unending joy for her. When the author describes the bus, she stresses on the color and look of the new bus like silver because a child is attracted towards color. The seats were soft and luxurious. The description that the author gives when Vali looked outside are also typical of a 8-year-old. The blue sky and acres of green fields show the enthusiasm of a child. A cow running in front of the bus fascinated the child, whereas the sight of dead cow brought tears in her eyes, and she refused to look outside the window on her return journey. This all describes the behavior of an 8-year-old child aptly. At the writing section, question number page number 128 question number 1 have you ever planned something entirely on your own without any grown-ups into your confidence? What did you plan and how did you carry out your plan? It was during my summer vacation. I wanted to plan a special birthday for my mother. So I wrote in my younger sister in my plan to celebrate her birthday. We saved our pocket money and didn't go for our weekly outings for some time. In this way, we were able to save 500 rupees for our birthday party. Now we had to arrange everything without our mother's knowledge. On her birthday, we pretended as if we didn't remember her birthday at all. Instead, we requested our father to take her to the market. In the meantime, we arranged everything like cake, decorations, flowers, and even invited two of her best friends. When she came back, she was surprised. It was the best birthday she ever had in her life. Question 2. Have you made a journey that was unforgettable in some way? What made it memorable? I have gone on many trips and excursions, but one journey which I can't forget is my trip to Hemkund and Badrinath. The scenery over there was mesmerizing, and as you leave Delhi, you enjoy cool fresh air and see breathtaking lush green fields. The bus ride takes you on winding narrow roads, with a river following on one side and mountain on the other side. To reach Hemkund Sahib, one has to travel 14 kilometers by foot. Everywhere there were crowds of devotees chanting holy names and moving up the hill. When I reached the shrine, it was enveloped in clouds. The water in the holy tank was ice cold. The moment you step in it, your tiredness vanishes. After that, we went to Badrinath by bus. It was also a very nice place. There were many hot springs over there. Question 3. Are you concerned about traffic and road safety? What are your concerns? How would you make road travel safer and more enjoyable? India has a wide network of roads. Everyday crowds of Indians travel on these roads by bus, car, cycle and cycle rickshaws, scooters, mob trucks, etc. Even pedestrians use these roads. As people don't follow road safety rules, every year many people lose their lives due to fatal road accidents. It is also seen that 20% of these fatal accidents involve youngsters who like to drive at very high speed, don't wear helmets and seatbelts, talk on mobiles while driving, or allowed to do stunts inspired by movies. Despite many directions issued by the traffic police, all their advice falls on deaf ear. It is our duty to follow all the rules and regulations and to keep safety measures in our mind while driving. Safe driving is best driving, and the rules are framed keeping our security in mind.